Hello guys, welcome on our webinar. Today we will find out how start reworking and start releasing faster with the help of the AI-powered tools. So imagine the world where robots are doing all hard works and heavy lifting and leaving you with the enjoyable and creative tasks. I'm sure that nobody so far can propose you a detailed roadmap how to reach this future. But I definitely know how to do at least a couple of steps forward in that direction. My name is Vitaliy, and during the last 15 years, I'm working in IT, trying to improve processes of testing of the IT products. And within the couple of last recent years, me and my team, who has started working with the AI-based assistants, find out an innovative way how we can leverage the difficult and routine tasks and use AI-based tools for improving testing processes. And today we will find out the solution, one of the solution that can be applied on every your product. So we will discuss the quite hot topic, how to keep regression test cases up to date. And this is a big major problem on many of products. We will find out about this a bit later. And also we will discuss how this particular problem can be solved by the AI-powered tools. And definitely we will understand how this will improve speed to market. So the problem is every product that goes periodically to the production should have a checklist that QA engineers will execute before every release. And on every, at least mid-sized products, this checklist can contain hundreds and even thousands of test cases. And every and each product update, I mean user story that requires some changes within your product, needs to be properly reflected in these test cases. For sure, you probably have QA engineers that create new test cases for these user stories, new product implements. But who will take care about the regression scope, which also should be updated in regards of new changes? And if you will not do this, you will definitely put your application to the risk when test cases will not be aligned with the recent project functionality. And within this misalignment, it is high risk of appearing new bugs in the production. So the problem is that many of the projects are put in this situation without having the proper resources for updating these cases. We constantly generate a technical debt, which leads to the inaccurate test cases and end results decreasing in product quality. And there are typical solutions within the industry how to solve this. First of all, we may allocate some resources for product updates. But how many resources do we need to properly maintain this process? Imagine on your product you have thousands of test cases. Each test case can have from 5 to 10 steps to reproduce. And for one particular user story, one particular product update, you need to go through all those test cases, find the all proper steps to reproduce, and do appropriate changes in all of this information. Imagine how many work you will need to do for one simple change. But definitely within the release cycles, you implement not just one user story, not one product update. And this repetitive process you need to do for every of the new requirement, new product increment. And definitely, this is not something that we want to invest. So typically on products, we follow with the other way, last minute update. So we just run our regression test cases right before release. And once we stuck with the some test case that is not replicate the exact scenarios which is available within the product, we're just trying to update it. But if you're working with a large team which produce a lot of changes from release to release, you need to understand and keep in mind all product updates to do the proper test cases updates for one or another functionality. And sometimes this is quite not possible. So you trigger the communication. Who did those changes? Why those changes were did? And so on and so on. And definitely this will not increase speed to market. And of course, because the human factor, some mistake can appear there. And the last resort is not updating test cases at all. So you just run the old test cases, you see that they are not in touch with the product functionality, and you just skip or trying to understand is it expected or not, and just go forward to try to save some time. But of course, the side effect of such process is the increased chance of bugs appearing on the production. So none of this approach will provide the proper way of handling testing processes. And this leads us to the conclusion that here we can apply the AI assistants that may work with large amount of data. And obviously, the thousands of these cases that we will have at some point of time within our product is a large amount of data, which can be easily processed by AI tool. But everybody who participate this webinar understand that AI-based tools are extremely related to the context. You, I think, probably working with the some AI-based chats to asking some questions and expecting some response from them. And you know, the more precise you be in your request, the more accurate response you will receive from the chat assistant. And to receive the super proper results, you need to provide a lot of context about your task, about your product, about the steps that the assistant should do. And this is a big problem. Also, the other problem is the variability of the response. So asking the same question, you receiving every time the different response. This is something that is not correct when you're working with the testing documentation, because testing documentation is something that can't be changed and must be in touch with the product functionality. So in results, if we use the tools that is currently on the market, like chat experience and something else, you will not receive the accurate results, and you will definitely not receive the test cases that will be updated in regards of the functionalities that you recently released. Because the chat can provide you some information that it just imagine. This is something that should not be exist within our test cases. So how to deal with this? We actually proposing the direct workflow how you can adapt AI assistants to handle this particular problem. First of all, you need to define objectives and requirements. With the proper understanding of the problem that you would like to solve, and with understanding the algorithm, step-by-step instruction, how you need to behave to solve this particular problem, you unlock the possibility of involving AI assistant to solve this problem. And the next step is selecting AI models. There are plenty of different AI models. Some of them are good in coding, some of them have a large context window, some of them fast, some of them super reliable, and so on. But you need to understand which of the model will solve best your particular scenario that you would like to implement, which you define it on the previous step. After selecting the proper model, you are able to customize the communication between you and this assistant. And this not only about the proper instruction, it is also about the combination of proper prompts and instructions how the AI assistant should behave. So the instruction is a kind of middle layer between the person that communicate with the assistant and the actual response of assistant. This is the step-by-step instruction how the assistant should behave. And this is a huge area where AI experts can help you with. Because within those instructions, you can propose the step-by-step instruction. You can propose for AI assistant to even generate and run some code. You can also embed some parts of the scripts that will be executed within the execution process and process some data. So the instructions and proper prompts to the AI assistant is probably most important step that you need to consider within the implementing AI tools for your testing processes. The other important settings is the temperature and top P. So high temperature can produce a super variant results of the response. It is good for poems creation or something like this, but not proper for our particular situation of test cases update. And the low top P can stop AI assistants from thinking. So the good balance between the low and super high temperature is the key for solving our particular task. The next is the integration of multiple AI assistants. It is not proper to limit yourself with just one assistant. On the first step, when you define the proper scenario, how you will how you will solve the particular task, you can split this by subtasks, and each of these subtasks can be solved by separate AI assistant with separate instructions, with separate prompts, with separate settings of temperature and top P settings. Another problem that we need to solve is the context in which AI assistance is working. And here we can provide the vector storage for the AI assistant. So the information on which assistant will rely. And this is also the big space for improvement, because you can adapt this vector storage for better processing by AI assistant. You can create a proper instruction how this storage should be processed, and so on and so on. So this is also quite important for accurate results. Next, you need to consider privacy and security. for sure, the information that you share with the AI assistant should not cross borders of your product or company, because any sensitive information that can provide it to the AI assistant potentially can be spread, can be used for learning of this AI assistant, and then reuse it within the communication with other users that may not be authorized to use this information. So this is quite important to consider privacy and security terms. And the last but not least is monitoring and the optimization, because your workflow may change over the time, or you can discover some edge cases that should be processed properly. And within the testing and iteratively improvement of the AI assistant workflow, you can achieve probably 100% accurate results. So this is the formula that you need to follow to proper implementing your AI assistant to your testing processes. And let's switch to the live demo. This is the workflow. I will show you the workflow, how we use the AI assistant within our one of our product. So we create a simple application which is working within the Slack, the messenger that we use on this product, to replicate the seamless workflow. And you have a command for the assistant that trigger kind of pop-up that you need to populate. Sorry for that. I'm using the demo service, so it's a bit slow in response. So in this pop-up, you can provide the information for the AI assistant with the recent changes within your project. So this is just a simple user story. You can provide title of the user story and description. I just prepared some information to demonstrate for demo purposes. So this is some documentation how our application needs to be changed in the latest iteration. So this is the description and the title of these changes. We also can change, select which test cases we would like to update, manual test cases or auto tests. Let's take a look how this is working with the manual test cases. So the AI assistants know about all test cases that we have within our product. We just integrate test management system with the vector storage that AI assistant is using, and explain how this information should be used within our workflow. So we submit this information to the AI assistant, as usual on demo. And I just submitted it a couple of times. And the AI assistant rapidly responded that the process started. So we start the analyzing the provided requirements. Then in our workflow, we start using another AI assistant that refining the results from the first step. It is very crucial. After that, we configured another assistant that summarized the information provided from the two previous steps. And finally, after the couple of seconds, we received the comprehensive list of test cases that must be updated. So you can see the message proposing the set of test cases for updates. And you can see the test ID, test title, the summary information about the changes that must be introduced within the one particular test case, existing steps to reproduce, and which is more important, steps that must be added to reflect the new changes within the product for these particular requirements. imagine how many information you need to process to find out all of those test cases. For this particular test, I use the set of 200 test cases, and the AI assistant found test cases from different areas. You can see the test IDs, the 52, 141, and I think 199. So all these cases within our product were affected by this particular change. And to address all of this work by a QA engineer can take hours of work. And we received this within the couple of minutes. And the same true for the for the auto test. We actually using on our product BDD language. It is given Benzene scenarios to wrap the code. And under those human readable format, we hide the code that automatically execute test cases. But on the top layer, scenarios looks like readable test cases. So let's trigger the same user story, but for the auto tests. Let me copy and paste the user story that I have prepared. Yeah, and the process on the top level looks quite similar. So the agent start user story processing, then we go to the refinement step, then we go to the summarization, but inside the AI assistant, we use different settings, different instruction, different configuration for the vector storage, different configuration for the temperature, and all other settings to achieve super precise and accurate results. So, but the workflow on the top layer looks quite similar. So the process of analyzing user story, refining results, results summarization, you can see it here. And as a result, the comprehensive list of scenarios, auto-test scenarios that must be updated. They will look a bit different because this is just a common manual test cases, and auto tests are written in Gherkin style format. It's taking a bit of time. Yeah. So in result, you can see the huge list of these cases that auto tests, which is more important, that also need to be updated. So you can see this scenario name, also the summary about the changes, the current steps which exist within the auto test, and the additional steps that should be added to this particular script. So let's go back to our demo. Presentation. As you can see, the benefits are quite obvious. Within the couple of minutes, we can produce the work that takes several hours of QA engineers. And also, we produce this work super accurate, and with we propose the AI assistant propose the relevant information, excluding the human factor. And as a result, updated test cases will not be a problem or bottleneck within the release process. And as a result, we increase our time to market. But what we need to consider using the AI assistant tool, first of all, this is the proper configuration of such tools. Also, very important is the collaboration between QA engineers and AI experts for proper and accurate prompt engineering and instruction creation. And of course, rich data sets that AI assistant is using. So this is the crucial for proper configuration of the AI assistant. And let's recap on what we discussed today. So we discussed the problem of the outdated test cases and negative effect that they can produce on the product quality or speed to market. And we find out that traditional ways are not really working. They are costly, error-prone, and can't keep up with the rapid development. Also, we understand that this is the space where AI-based tools are able to help, but to let them help in us, we need to involve AI engineers for proper configuration of those tools and proper workflow creation, how the different assistants will communicate between each other. And finally, we understand that not only QA engineers and AI experts are required for these tasks, but tight cooperation of these two roles are really important for proper workflow creation. And if you have any additional questions, you feel free to contact me via email or social networks like LinkedIn, or you can post any messages through our TechStacks website. And I think for my topic, it is everything that I would like to share with you. So feel free to post any of your questions within the chat, and I will be really welcome to answer all of them. Thank you. Let me check the Slack. Okay. So what do we have here? Okay. Okay, so how we can secure sharing the sensitive information within the AI tool, and prevent sharing this information with not authorized users. First of all, you need to consider the standard terms and conditions of particular AI-based tool that you are currently using. Generally, they provide quite detailed information how they use and process the information that you provide them. But also you need to establish a security training within your team, which information is sensitive and not applicable to share and which is not. As the second layer of defense, you need to store all sensitive information in separate places from the information that you're using in work day-to-day routine. So use some configuration files that are not shareable and not visible for engineers. Use the environment variables that are not accessible, and usually the environment variables contains keys or other sensitive information that is not applicable to share. So having all of this in place can lead to secure environment, and AI-based tools will not even receive the sensitive information that they may able to share. And the next question. Okay, what's your advice for QA teams just starting with AI testing? First of all, try to configure AI-based tools for your particular needs, because usually the tools that are proposed on market, this is just the wrappers on the existing AI tool, and they provide solution for one typical problem. And for you, this setup, these settings may not lead to the 100% accurate result or resolution of your task. So try to take the AI-based tool without any of setup and configure it by yourself. And using these tools for frequently, you will understand the patterns of how it is behave. And within those patterns, you will understand what you need to do in advance to configure and adapt an AI-based tool for your particular problem. How to construct the prompt, what information needs to be added in additional to the already provided from the prompt. And by doing all of this, you will be able to create a flexible AI-based assistant that potentially solve not only this particular problem, but variety of problems that you are having in your day-to-day routine. Okay, thank you for this question. And the next question, what do you think can be the biggest rookie mistakes when companies first try AI testing? Oh, this is actually a good question, because we also were in the condition where we try to apply some AI tools for testing in our company. And the biggest problem is that current existing AI-based solutions are really straightforward. They are capable to provide solution for one particular problem, but developing a product, it is a robust process, and you need to involve so many AI-based tools to handle such of this process that you are not capable to orchestrate. And this is the biggest problem. Another problem is that once you start using some tool, and the workflow that is a bit changing, you are not able to adapt this tool, because this is just a wrapper under the some kind of AI assistant. And to proceed with the AI tool, you need to switch to another. And this is extremely difficult to change the already existing workflow. So I think this is the two biggest concerns that we have within the within this topic. So I think this is everything with the questions. I would like to thank you, everyone, for your time, for your questions. And if you if you have any additional questions, feel free to ask me. If you would like to implement some AI tools for improving testing processes within your product, please contact me or TechStack Services, and we will be happy to assist you in this. So thank you very much, and thank you for joining.